when I look at people, I often wonder what you must have looked like when you were 11 years old. and what were your aspirations? So when we teach students, from time to time I'm thinking, this person is sounding polished, but what did their 11-year-old self look like and sound like, and what was their aspiration? So I wonder if I could put that question to you. 11-year-old you, where were you exactly in the geographic space? And standard mark, not grades, because we didn't have grades then.
Yeah.
What standard were you in, and what were your aspirations as a young 11-year-old boy?
11 years, I was out in the Free State, at a little town called Wynberg, between Kroonstad and Bloemfontein, on a farm. And we were the only family on that particular out farm. So a fairly circumscribed set of living conditions. Being on a farm, and that was the future for a guy like me. I would have probably looked after cattle. I would probably have worked in the field, or I would the highest rank in those days, you guys won't believe this, was being a driver of a tractor that is really an expert. You can drive it straight as you start to sow, and you can drive it straight when you start to harvest. So that was the pinnacle of what I thought life could offer.
But you're still a tractor driver today. Just your tractor is a beautifully branded tractor called Investec.
In a sense.
So you didn't quite disappear from that legacy of being a driver. But you somehow didn't stick to the script.
I suppose, and this is what I generally advise younger people to do, not to think too far ahead. And put stress on your life. As it happens, the year after my 11th, my father had a bit of a, shall we say, a kerfuffle and a bit of a scrap with the farm owner. He had too many of them. So in the neighboring
so you speak Yiddish now, kerfuffle? Okay, continue.
Yeah, got you. So in the neighboring farmland, or couldn't get a job anywhere. As it happens, the Nationalist Party had designed this most brilliant plan called separate development, which meant that black people generally would be divided by tribe, so that the nationalists would be able to continue to rule over black people because they're divided. Being a Southern Sotho speaker, we went to a little place called Kwakwa, which was a homeland for the South.
So let's see if the people can you guys say Kwakwa? Okay, there we go.
For my white compatriots, the trick is to have your tongue right at the back of your palate. That's how you do it. It's not too difficult. So, I mean, as you would know, for those who were Xhosas, you would get shipped out to Transkei. For those who were Paddies or spoke Paddy, you would be shipped out to Leboa, Homo, Cyril, and his guys would have Venda as their place of permanent citizenship. So, in essence, as that one door closed.
So you were South African, then you weren't South African. You lost your citizenship, and you went to a new country called Kwakwa.
It was not quite a country like Bophuthatswana or Transkei, but it was on the road there.
Okay.
So the lesson for me was, while there may well be a setback, and there may be a disruption of a future that you see, and you think a particular door closes, life is always so amazing that other doors do open. So what would have happened in 1974 when I was 12, that was the year in which I would have gone into the farm labor system permanently.
Do you know 1974 was a wonderful year? Like the most important year of my life.
I can imagine. That's the start of your life. So I would have not had any other opportunity to further my education. So went through to Kwakwa, started off there, and thankfully I could then go into Standard 5. That was a pivotal moment because I could get to study, and here we are.